Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to start off by giving you a pretty detailed overview of the case, of the situation, of the article, and there is a link in the description if you'd rather go through that in your own good time. Essentially, this is in regards to a stabbing incident which occurred this morning, Thursday morning, in Auckland, New Zealand, actually across two beaches. It started both on Auckland's north shore. If I understand correctly, it started in Marangi Bay. Actually, you know what? Let me just double check which one. Yes, it started in Marangi Bay, where I believe two people were stabbed, and then the stabber, who is seemingly in his 20s, seemingly a local man, and he who has been arrested. So that stabber then ran to, I guess, the adjacent bay, Murray's Bay, where I believe two further people were stabbed. Seemingly, he attempted to stab multiple other people, but those other people were able to run away, avoid him. So four people stabbed this morning in Auckland across these two beaches, Marangi Bay and Murray's Bay. Now, here's some good news. All of the victims suffered moderate injuries. They were taken to hospital. So we're told that they suffered moderate injuries. From that, I believe that they'll all make a full recovery and hopefully very swiftly. And here's some other good news. The rampage is believed to have come to an end after a local construction worker hit the alleged stabber with a walking crutch. So it seems that we have a hero in the midst. I believe this, I guess, was the stop would have happened in Murray's Bay, I would imagine. And so well done to that local construction worker. Now, the bullet points up here at the top does say that he was pounced on by local construction workers, plural. So perhaps there was multiple guys and girls, perhaps, that stopped this stabber. So, as it says here, police confirmed the alleged knife-wielding man was local to the area and was attacking at random. So, it's not believed to be a hate crime or anything along those lines. And the victims vary in gender and age. Apparently, it was quite a large knife. It's believed that it was not a planned incident, but a random attack. And it could have been a lot worse. Those that were stabbed could have been injured far worse. Let's show you this image here, which looks like a very beautiful location. Now I'm going to read out some details of a woman who experienced the stabber. One woman had headed down to the beach to take her dog for a walk when she was confronted by the man and his big knife. The woman said that the man had started walking towards her, but then he broke out into a run, started running towards her with a big knife. Thankfully, she turned away and she ran the other way, and she looked back. He still had the big knife and he was still running at her. Sounds like a psychopath to me. The woman says, I was screaming, calling out for help because he was chasing me with this big knife. The woman thankfully managed to get away unharmed and immediately called the police. And, another witness here, a group of mothers were at the beach with their kids when another beachgoer told them to take their children and run. So there we go. I mean, a shocking situation in what I believe would otherwise be a picturesque, beautiful, quiet, normal, pedestrian community, location, beachfront, and that peace has been shattered by a madman going around randomly stabbing people. Got this final little part here that we'll read through. One resident of Marangi Bay said that he saw the man being marched down the street by 5 members of the public who had weapons of their own. Oh, that's interesting. He guessed the alleged attacker was in his 20s. The man more or less lay down. I know he burst out in tears. You could hear him crying. I think the realization came in. So I find that very, very interesting. So this guy, seemingly who is a local, who went on a random stabbing attack. It wasn't at anyone that he was angry with. It wasn't, at people that owed him money or anything like that. It was a random attack. Stabbed 4 people. Thankfully, they're all moderately injured, or rather, thankfully, they're not injured worse than being moderate injuries. And seemingly, moments later, he is full of remorse, perhaps. I mean, if he's crying, wouldn't that indicate that he's remorseful? That he's shocked and disgusted by his own behavior? Am I right? Why else would he be crying? I don't know. So what does that tell us? What, a psychotic episode? A schizophrenic episode, perhaps? I'd like to find out more about this guy. I'd like to know more about his mental health history. I'd like to know if he has previously been diagnosed with any mental illness, or if he will be at this point. Or, and allow me to go on a slight rant, is he a normal, law-abiding citizen that suffered an episode of lack of self-control? And if so, why? Why would that happen? Okay, I have a bit of an outlandish theory on that. Briefly, I feel that some medical interventions that quite a few of us have had may cause a lack of self-control. I'm kind of scrambling. That's pretty much guesswork. But that is something that I'm suspecting. But of course, I could be entirely wrong in regards to that. But either way, is there something that is causing people to enter into these psychotic episodes? Is it just a matter that they do suffer from this mental illness, that mental illness? Is that the reason? Or is there something else to this? And if so, what the heck is that? Anyhow, I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Of course, we hope that all of the victims make a full recovery. It looks like that they will. And I might keep an eye on this case. If I see further updates, perhaps I'll make an updated video. Again, I'm more interested in this guy's mental health, and whether or not he's had a history of mental health issues. Anyhow, I'll wrap things up here, guys. Might just make one video today, and I'll do a batch tomorrow. Thank you.